Hey guys, welcome to The Friendly Opinion. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about microtransactions. Microtransactions. What happened to the days where you can just pay $60 for a game, maximum $100, and be able to get all the content we want, not have to worry about all these little tiny payments. But wait, weren't microtransactions supposed to be good for us? Like a boon or something? See, originally, yes they were. Microtransactions are supposed to be a business model that allowed players to be able to spend $1 to $5 on content that they actually wanted instead of $10 to $20 on content that they would never use or care about. See, back in 2005, Microsoft released DLCs for Cameo Elements of Power, Project Gotham Racing 3, and Perfect Dark Zero, each with DLCs that were ranging from $2 to $5. Then later, in 2006, Bethesda released DLCs for Oblivion, such as the new Horse Armor, or the Thieves' Den, or the Wizard's Tower, all for about $5. Except the Horse Armor, that was $2.50. Now, even though the companies made a killing on these microtransactions on top of the $60 installment for the games, they still relieved a lot of hate mail and a lot of blowback, so they still had to rethink a few things. But it wasn't too long after that before Owen Mahoney, leader of Nexon Gaming, started implementing the microtransaction system into all of his mobile apps and all of his handheld games, like his LEGO Quest Collect game that he released in 2015 after making the deal with Warner Bros. And LEGO to bring an MMORPG LEGO-based mobile game to your mobile phone. The sales for this game banked Nexon a revenue of over $390 million in just the second quarter of 2015. And that was over a 16% increase for what they expected, and the year wasn't even done. Asia even followed this trend and banked $38 million for themselves, with America at $29 million and Europe at $19 million, just from following the trend. This made microtransactions for mobile games blow up. This means every single app now had in-app purchases, and that pretty much did away with the light and pro versions of everything. Oh, look at this. This game looks pretty fun. Just like here, I searched in games without Wi-Fi, and which is just games you can play without being connected, and every one of them you can get automatically without paying, but they all have in-app purchases, which is just a little bit of proof of how popular this craze has become. Now hold on. Why are mobile games experiencing such profitability but our console games are suffering a lot? I mean, I can think of a whole bunch of games that I hate the microtransaction option on them. And yes, there are. One prime example would be this game right here. Battlefront 2. Guys, this sequel was supposed to be the sequel of all time, like everything in a bag of chips. See, this game has everything you could want, from graphics to players to different vehicles to the different weapons, but everything along with microtransactions as well. See, after EA made everything cost individually on top of the actual game's price, it caused a lot of blowback and a lot of things to come back in their face. But luckily they ended up actually ripping the entire system from the game and are retooling it so that they can actually get stuff done correctly and better fit the contract that they made with the company who's behind all of the microtransactions. Now, I know that doesn't sound like too much is being done with it, but when you think about it like this, as long as they're able to put it in cosmetically only and make it to where it just enhances our gameplay experience and not hinders it or makes it to where we have to buy stuff to even play it, then it'll turn their sales around and be a better boon for us players. Just like it's supposed to be. In fact, they really couldn't get rid of the microtransactions if they wanted to, for a lot of reasons. One of them being the major revenue and mass profits that they make. Another one might be the fact that live services might just sue the crap out of them if they even tried. Guys, live services is the reason behind the microtransaction system, and they're pretty much the ones that perfect it and have all the contracts with anyone that uses microtransactions. I mean, take a look at the profits. This graph is just showing how much microtransactions play a role in every gaming company's major profits for anything they release nowadays. All their content is pretty much vastly overwhelmed with microtransaction revenue versus the actual game revenue from the original copy of the game disc. So there you have it. Microtransactions, if used correctly, can actually be our best friend and make us get the cheapest, best enjoyable experience out of games possible, but if used incorrectly, they can murder our wallets and make sure that we cry like a little baby at night in a crib because we apparently decided to spend $500 plus in a month on Candy Crush or Clash of Clans along with our favorite console games that shouldn't cost only but $2. Now, granted, it's not up to me whether or not you're going to go out there and make a microtransaction or buy another 100 Pokeballs on Pokemon Go, but I hope with this information you'll be able to see just a little bit differently how microtransactions were meant to work versus how they're being worked right now. And just remember, like always, this is my friendly opinion. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it or learned something, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for the latest content. I'll be putting videos out a lot more lately and a lot more readily, so be ready for that. And if you have any ideas or any topics you want me to make a video about, drop that in the comments and I'll be sure to look at it and make a video about that as well. And as always, have a good one.